So today, as we come together, as brothers and sisters, our Sunday school kids are going to be sharing the story, the wonderful story of what Christmas is really about, that birth of Jesus, the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem, and to share that truth of why we have that joy of Christmas, that Christ came, that God came to us in that flesh. This is the miracle of Christmas, that for the first time in human history, God is coming back to us. And so to share that message, we'll be carrying that theme of that wonderful Christmas carol, Joy to the World, which we all know and love and sing every year of that song, mentioning our joy while we celebrate Christmas. Now, the interesting thing about Joy to the World, that there is, we'll say names, but there's a particular member in our congregation who likes to remind me every year that Joy to the World is, I thought maybe they would yell out, but it's an Advent hymn. It should be sung during Advent, and it is still Advent, so we're going to sing it today, but and there's some truth to it. I'm not sure what the original purpose of Isaac Waltz, the writer of Joy to the World, but there is an Advent theme there as we celebrate that it is Christ the King who is coming unto us. And that's a big theme as we've been celebrating these last several weeks of Advent, of Christ the King coming to us, Jesus coming to us, as we wait patiently, knowing He will return again, but we look forward, we look back to the day when He first came upon us. But Joy to the World is such part of our zeitgeist as a Christmas carol. It is something we sing because that King who came to us is that child born in Bethlehem. Isaac, again, the writer of Joy to the World, he was an English pastor and just a prolific hymn writer. I think he somewhere wrote 700 different hymns in his lifetime. And most notably is this famous carol, Joy to the World. But it's based on this psalm, Psalm 98. And I just want to read you that psalm to you and listen to the words that the psalmist pens here. Again, that in time, he's looking towards this future where all people, not just people, but all creation will be shouting with joy for who God is and what He has done. All sing to the Lord a new song, for He has done marvelous things. His right hand and His holy arm have worked salvation for Him. The Lord has made known His salvation. He has revealed His righteousness in the sight of the nations. He has remembered His steadfast love and faithfulness to the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Break forth into joyous song and sing praises. Sing praises to the Lord with lyre in the song and the sound of melody, with trumpets and the sound of the horn. Make a joyful noise before the King, the Lord. Let the sea roar and all that fills it, the world and those who dwell in it. Let the rivers clap their hands. Let the hills sing for joy together before the Lord, for He comes to judge the earth. He would judge the world with righteousness and the peoples with equity. And that psalm back in time of Israel was a psalm of comfort, a psalm of praise and joy to remind the people of Israel as they're waiting for that future king to come, that God will reveal His salvation. And let's give joy today for all His marvelous works, for all the things He has done. And that in time, all creations, the rivers, the mountains, the valleys, everyone will give sing and praise for the marvelous things that God has done. What makes the hymn today, Joy to the World, so powerful is that what Isaac Watts did is that he took that song and put the fulfillment in the only person who did the marvelous things of God, who did bring salvation to this world. And that is that little child that's born in Bethlehem. That becomes our joy today. It's our joy come this week on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It's going to become our joy come next week when we celebrate the new year, 2020. And it will become our joy through the preceding months and the preceding years as we wait for God, for Jesus to come. But he did come that first time. He fulfilled what the psalmist was hoping for. Jesus came, and he came to save us, and he did save us. And so starting today and through this week and for the weeks to come, I pray that that would be our joy here at St. Michael. It would be the joy in your home. And let's share that joy to the world around us. Because we need something to be happy about. We need something to be excited about. For a lot of people, for a lot of families, maybe there's a lot of bad things happening that maybe we're not very excited about. We're not very joyful about. But that all changes when we know and we believe God has come for us. He did die for us, and he rose again. And that's where our joy is. And that's why we can sing a hymn like that. Joy to the world. Amen.